Introduction. The President of the United States is often described as the most powerful individual in the world with a vast array of constitutional, political, and symbolic powers. The U.S. presidency commands global attention. However, the extent of this power, and how much power any one president, like Donald Trump, should wield, is a topic of intense debate. Let's explore the scope of presidential power and consider its implications. In Trump's case, the constitutional powers of the U.S. President. The U.S. Constitution grants the president significant authority balanced by a system of checks and balances. Key powers include executive authority. As the head of the executive branch, the president ensures that laws passed by Congress are faithfully executed. This role includes appointing federal officials, issuing executive orders, and overseeing federal agencies. Commander-in-Chief. The president commands the U.S. Armed Forces, giving them unparalleled influence over national defense and military strategy. However, only Congress can declare war, creating a balance of power. Legislative influence. While not a member of Congress, the president can influence legislation by vetoing bills, proposing budgets, and delivering the State of the Union address to outline policy priorities. Diplomatic powers. The president negotiates treaties with Senate approval, appoints ambassadors, and represents the U.S. on the world stage, shaping foreign policy. Judicial appointments. Presidents nominate federal judges, including Supreme Court justices, influencing the judiciary's ideological balance. For decades, the informal powers of the presidency. The bully pulpit. Presidents use their position to shape public opinion and rally support for policies. Executive agreements. Unlike treaties, these international agreements don't require Senate approval, giving presidents flexibility in foreign policy. Crisis leadership. In times of emergency, presidents often gain broader authority to act decisively, as seen during wars or economic crises. Trump's use of presidential power. Donald Trump's presidency was marked by an unconventional approach to power, challenging norms and expanding the perception of what a president can do. Some key examples include executive orders and actions. Trump issued numerous executive orders on immigration, environmental regulations, and trade, bypassing a gridlocked Congress. Foreign policy dominance. His administration's withdrawal from international agreements, such as the Paris Climate Accord, demonstrated the president's autonomy in global affairs. Social media influence. Trump's prolific use of Twitter redefined presidential communication, allowing him to bypass traditional media and directly engage with millions of followers. Judicial appointments. Trump's nomination of 3 Supreme Court justices reshaped the judiciary's ideological landscape. How much power should Trump have? Determining how much power any president should wield requires balancing effectiveness with accountability. Critics argue that Trump's actions highlighted vulnerabilities in the U.S. political system. Potential for overreach. Some critics contend that Trump's use of executive orders circumvented democratic processes. Challenges to norms. His refusal to accept the 2020 election results raised concerns about the peaceful transfer of power. Decisive leadership. Proponents argue that Trump's direct approach cut through bureaucracy and delivered results. Representation of the people. Many supporters believe his policies reflected the desires of his voter-based. Checks and balances. The safeguard of democracy. The U.S. Constitution's checks and balances ensure no single branch becomes too powerful. Congress can override vetoes, the judiciary can strike down unconstitutional actions, and public opinion holds presidents accountable through elections. These mechanisms limit the power of any president, including Trump, preserving democratic principles. The power of the U.S. president is immense, but it is not unlimited. Donald Trump's presidency showcased both the strengths and vulnerabilities of the office. As the U.S. continues to evolve, the balance of power must be carefully maintained to ensure effective leadership while safeguarding democracy. Whether one views Trump's approach as overreach or effective governance, his time in office underscores the enduring importance of accountability, checks and balances, and an engaged electorate.